Alright friends, so this is just a super quick video because I am running a test, an experiment. I've got some jars ready. I'm going to be canning some pinto beans. I've got them just boiling to get ready to put into the jars. This is what I want to test. These are Dollar Tree canning lids. I figured if I'm going to try out Dollar Tree canning lids, I was going to do it with something very inexpensive, but that at the same time that I would be glad is canned if it works. So I decided to go with some pinto beans. I have a ton of dry beans, and I actually have some, in addition to like 5-gallon bucket of pinto beans that I have in sealed in bags. I also had some jars just of dry beans, and so I took one of the quart jars, which is about 2 pounds of beans, and I soaked them last night and drained and rinsed them this morning, and have been, I've just started boiling them just, for the 30 minutes recommended before I put them in jars. But I'm going to use these canning lids, and I'm going to report back once they're done canning and let you know what I think, because if these work, this is a super economical choice. And it's especially good if you're having a hard time finding the ball canning lids, which I have here, or the 4 jars canning lids, which I ordered on the recommendation of Lisa Sutton. But it's just always good to have some different options. So sorry for the handheld video. This is just really impromptu that I decided to do this. So I'll be back. All right, so I have my beans jarred up. I'm going to go ahead and open this and wash these off real quick and then get them on the jars. I just wanted you to see this is really what I'm going to use, so we'll know if they work. And they seem all right. Let me get them rinsed up and then I'll get them on the jars. Alrighty, so I've got them rinsed off. Now I'm just going to get the lids on the jars, and I have wiped the rims of the jars with vinegar, as I always do. And even if these work, I don't know that I would be using them all the time, but the main purpose of doing this experiment is if you can go to your local Dollar Tree and get some lids for, well, $1.25 now, I guess. But if you can do that, if you're having trouble getting the brands you would normally buy, or if you just are on a super tight budget and that's what you can afford, I want to know if they work, because I don't want people canning food and then wasting it because the jars don't seal, or having a lesser than product. Because, yes, you can recan things that you canned that didn't process correctly the first time, but and I'm just doing these finger tight. But the main thing is, we need to have the lids. I mean, you can have the jars all day long, but if you don't have lids to seal them with, what in the world? I'm having trouble getting this one on. Oh, this is one of my vintage jars. That's probably why. Okay, there we go. I got a couple of very old jars here that actually were my great-grandmother's. All right. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just about having options. Whether it's for budget reasons or whether it's because you just can't find lids where you are or get them quick enough. Yes, you can order them online, but what if you need to can some stuff right away? So I'm going to report back when these are done processing, and I'll let you know how they did. Okay, y'all, it's the moment of truth. It's down to 0. This has been sitting for a few minutes. I am going to take this lid off and get the jars out of the canner, and we will see if they sealed. Okay, y'all, look. So far, so good. Let me get this put down, and then we'll take them out. I will just say one of the first things that tells me whether or not my jars are going to seal is whether or not they are still bubbling when they come out. This is most definitely still bubbling. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in. I have a tripod, so it's hard to, there we go. You see that? It is definitely bubbling. All right, let me get the rest of these out. Okay, y'all. They are all bubbling away. They look fantastic. Of course, we won't know if they've sealed for several hours. So, you know what? I'm gonna bring you back again once they're done and once they've completely cooled down, and then I'll let you know if they sealed. Y'all, I am so happy to report that every single one of these jars sealed perfectly. These are those Dollar Tree lids. I've still got to wash the jars. I haven't done that yet. But these seals are solid. Now it remains to be seen if they're going to hold up. Hopefully they will. I'll let you know if any fail at some point, but I'm calling this a win. And even though I might not use Dollar Tree lids for pricier items, I feel pretty good about using these. I think for things like beans, or if I was going to can broth or anything like that, basically things that aren't going to be super expensive and that won't be difficult to recan if necessary. But I don't even think I'll need to do that, because these seals seem just fine. These lids, they seem just fine. So I'm happy to report the Dollar Tree lids work. Every single one of them sealed. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.